sit tight. Probably gonna be a good sit this evening. Seems like there's a lot of does in here. I definitely kicked up more than one, maybe four. So there's definitely a doe crew that likes to bed on this little high point in the swamp, like I suspected. And hopefully a big buck's in here as well. So I'm gonna sit tight. Hopefully I see one. Alright, just got down. I'm gonna just go scout around a little bit and then head back to the car. I don't know if I'm hunting this evening, but I'm definitely not in the morning. More than likely I'll come right back to this spot. I'll try to be a little bit more careful walking in a little further from that little knoll where they're clearly bedding on. But I'm gonna walk around. Hopefully I can find something cool to share with you. My stand was up in that tree. This is this little slough that they're crossing. There's some pretty big tracks in here. There's deer right there. Let's see if I can. As you can see, these deer are using this crossing. That deer's actually on the opposite side. Looks like a doe. It doesn't see me. It's pretty cool. That's a nice deer from around here. Using this little slough to cross. Another one right there. There's another one. Two. Those deer have not a clue I'm in here. I got the wind in my face, which is nice. I'm probably gonna sneak out. I think I found all the information that I need to know. They're definitely using this slough over here. Alright, just got back to the car. This morning's sit was pretty awesome. Had that little 5-point come on through, about 25 yards. Right when I set up, I actually filmed him free-handed because I didn't even set up my camera arm yet. Got into the woods a little later this morning, but honestly, kind of like how that panned out. I just like being able to see and not have to, go in blind. Just have blown up the place with a flashlight. I did spook some deer going in, but I was able to see where they went, and they didn't really run off. They stayed in the area. And I think that's just because I was aware of where they were, and I was able to, correct where I was moving and how I was going to move and how fast I was going to move, just because I was moving when the deer were moving. So they were less spooked as opposed to me going in with the flashlight, just kind of blowing up the place. When I got down scouted, I saw a few more deer. Actually sat down for a second to see if there was a buck with them. There wasn't. It seemed to be about 3 or 4 does in there. They could have actually been the deer I spooked off that little knoll this morning. And it just seems like a good spot. There's plenty of tracks. They're definitely doing what I expect them to do. Walking that little land bridge in between the two swamps. So, I'm not sure if I'm going to come back here this afternoon, but if the wind's right, I should be here in the morning. So, keep it. I gotta say, as far as an afternoon hunt goes, you can't really ask for any better weather. It feels much later than it is. It's only about 12:30 right now. So I'm actually gonna go to where I hunted the other morning. There's just a lot of sign in there. Obviously a lot of does in there, and there's bucks in there as well. It looks like the winds would work out. So just sneak in here. I still got about a mile or so walk on this trail before I even go into the woods. But I'm gonna take my time and see what the wind's doing when I'm about in line with where I'm gonna be, and then I'm gonna set up on the most fresh sign I see, and hopefully it seems like really good hunted weather right now, so hopefully I can rattle one in this evening. Nice cloudy overcast conditions, so let's see. Alright, it's like 1:30. I'm all set up. I'm in the same tree as the last time, despite what the wind is saying, because from experience, first of all, the wind's swirling basically anywhere, so I think no matter what tree I am, I'll be vulnerable. But I've hunted here in the past, and later in the afternoon, the wind tends to switch coming out of the west in this spot for whatever reason. So I'm really hoping that's what it does this afternoon. I hope that this decision doesn't cost me. So I actually just changed spots. That wind was not getting any better. I think I'm in a better position to catch one coming through here. And the wind's blowing at my back now. It's great. I'm not moving again. I'm just gonna stay in this box. I know the wind for the most part is northeast. I don't have many shooting lanes in here, but the deer, for example, that came by the other day was 10 yards standing right where I'm at, so they're going to use this narrow creek crossing. It's a good chance I'm going to have an opportunity. So, we're going to sit tight, hopefully make it happen this afternoon. Meh. I just shot a giant. It's 6 o'clock. I don't know how good the footage is, but I just shot a pretty nice looking buck. Looked like an 8-pointer. I'm gonna have to look at the footage to see how well I hit him, but it looked like he was hit. Yeah, I got some good time before sun goes down, but I hit him around 5:50. I'm gonna give him an hour. I'm gonna climb down real quick, check for blood. Alright, it's the next morning, it's about 9 o'clock. Not the best news, but last night I couldn't find my deer. We found my arrow eventually. It took a while to even find my arrow. I didn't get a clean passer. With that, we picked up blood, probably went 60, 70 yards, and then lost blood. And we were following little pin drops of blood at that point. I had about 5 or 6 people come in there with me last night, and we looked everywhere. And luckily, the one person in my party had someone to contact with a track dog. So this morning I'm meeting someone out there on the piece of public where I shot my deer, and we're gonna hopefully track him down with the dog. Oh yeah. Bad news, guys. We were unable to recover my deer. Thank you to Matt, Chris, and their dog Cooper for coming out and helping. I really hate to leave you guys on this note, but this is just the realities of hunting. A lot of times this is just what happens. I've hunted very hard this year, and it's not a good feeling knowing that, you know, I missed that opportunity. But we're going to keep my head up, and hopefully we get back after it soon. Definitely take a little break in this spot after that encounter. And I'm just hoping that deer is just still out there and healthy, and there really wasn't any blood that indicated that it was a lethal hit or even a lung hit. I'm really thinking it just kind of went on an angle in the skin and didn't really get through that shoulder. I'll catch you guys next time. Hopefully it's under better circumstances. Thanks for watching.